Tim and asking them, like, those were like the leads, the team leads. And I would always be asking them like, yo, I need help. Can you throw me some clients or some supplies, or can I sell on my own? Because the way it works like a structure, like teams, all renewable energy works like this. You have like a team captain, like kind of like a sales info, trains you, etc. and so forth. So I was on Dylan's team because he was my husband, and it wasn't working. He would keep the table and like the gifts that we would pass out to clients, and like all of the I always want to call it patient education because that's what I gave to people in the hospital. What is that called? Like the little pamphlets, the educational material for the customer. He would keep all that shit, the enrollment forms, all that. He would keep all that shit from me so that I couldn't go sell on my own. Like, it was fucked up. Like hater shit, straight hater shit. Meanwhile, he's like saying he's going to work and disappearing for 3-4 days at a time. But I stopped complaining about it, and I was just happy, like, whatever, at least he's not here to fuck with me, So, I finally end up, getting, you guys know the rest of the story, a lot of fucked up shit. If you don't know, you can go ahead and check the FTR column, highlight, rather, on this page. And I've been proving and documenting every step of the way since this all started. Pardon me. It's all very, very, very well documented, very thoroughly documented. But the point in all this is, please stop asking me about Marissa and Dylan. Marissa, to me, she was never my friend. I tried to be friends with her. I tried to be, a woman, deal with her like a woman. Marissa is a child, okay? I am a grown-ass woman with children. Marissa is a child. I am a grown-ass woman and a wife. Marissa is a hoe. She is a side chick. She is a young, dumb, little girl who has robbed me, who has slept with multiple men that I've been in relationships with, and who has slandered me online and in person for many years now. So do me a huge favor and just don't ask me shit about her anymore. It literally works me up because I don't know how much more patient a woman could be. I mean, could you imagine if it was you? Just do me a huge favor, anyone watching right now, and put yourself in my shoes. Pretend you're me and there's a Marissa in your life. Would you be cool? Now you move on with your life, and because this shit is conversation on these blog whatevers about the show, I have to deal with all these people nonstop asking me questions like, would you be okay with it? Let me move on with my life, And a lot of haters will say like, well, just block the comments and ignore it. Well, you're right. I agree with you. And for the most part, I do. Have you ever heard me talk about her before? In the last 2 years, have you heard me bring up her name? Not at all. I don't talk about her. I don't go live. I don't make content about her. I mind my fucking business, but I would be lying if I said it doesn't well up and build up to a point where I'm just angry, and sad. And it would be one thing if I was in my own house with my car back and my children. What they did to me, what they put me through, it fucked up my life, and it took a lot from me. I've been separated from my children since all that shit happened. So it's like I was saying earlier, like, what I think would make it even? Someone was asking me, what would make it even? What would make it not hurt anymore? And I was like, number one, if people would let it die. If people would stop asking me about her, if she would, just disappear from my awareness, existence, all that. That's number one. Number two, if that can't happen, if she would have to go through everything that I had to go through as a result of what she did to me. Rape, homelessness, robbery, car getting stolen and vandalized, assault, getting beat up with a tire iron. All of this happened as a result of the shit she was talking, of her intrusion on my life, my relationship. And you know what? It wasn't just me who lost a home. My children lost their home. It wasn't just me who lost a car. My children lost their car. It wasn't just me who lost their Dylan. My children. So maybe she should go through it 4 times. Once for me and once for each one of my children. And no, the evolved version of Heather, I don't want that for her. I don't want that for anyone. I'm a nice person. Genuinely, if you know me, I'm a nice person. I don't want to see bad for anyone, at all. I don't. I truly do not. But man, this shit it's got to stop. The nonstop questions, the nonstop poking and prodding. I went into a client that I was trying to retain for social media marketing yesterday, Garfield's Beverage Depot. And I'll be damned if this man, I'm sitting there networking with him and I'm telling him like, you guys are not killing it on social media. You only have like 1,000 followers. There are 5 free channels at least that you could be taking advantage of to really drum up business here. How can I help with this? And the guy looks at me and I swear to God to you, he goes, oh, Marissa's already managing our social media, and starts laughing. I swear to God to you, she's not. It's not Marissa. No one does their social media. I just got off the phone with the owner about an hour ago. Garfield's on Harlem and Foster. Marissa, he doesn't even know Marissa, but how the fuck is it that I go in to get business at a liquor store and this man is fucking with me about Marissa and instigating this shit? So it's not just social media, instigators in my inbox asking me, what happened with Marissa? What happened with Dylan? Why are you here? What's going on here? Are you ever going to get your loft back? Are you ever going to get your car back? Are you ever going to get a house? They're supposed to be replacing your house. Has the court system, it's nonstop. It is nonstop. And it would be one thing if I could just have the space to forget about it and put it behind me. But number one, I've been celibate since, with the exception of being raped and sexually abused, I have not had sex of my own free will and volition since I had sex with Dylan last. I have been single this entire time. I have not been able to move on in another relationship because I don't have my children and my career where I want it. So that makes it kind of hard, just period. Because the last time I felt like I was in love, it was with that man. So when they keep on bringing up Marissa and reopening that wound, it fucking hurts. It hurts. And I ignore it the best I can, but it hurts. So I don't know. I'm moving on with my life as I've been. I'm making a lot of progress in a lot of different areas. I work out, several times a day, at least once every day. I eat very healthy. I'm writing a book. I talk to my children almost every day. I'm becoming a more evolved, patient, caring, understanding parent than I've ever been before. I wasn't a bad parent ever in my life. I've always put my children before anyone or anything. But you can always improve. There's no one who exists that's the best that they're gonna get. As long as you're alive and breathing, motherfucker, you can keep getting better at whatever you're doing. So I've been studying religion. I've been writing my novels. I'm writing 3 different books. It's a trilogy. One of them is called Mrs. Smith, and the other 2 haven't been named yet. And they're about different things, nightlife, being with someone in prison, just a lot of different things, sexual abuse, a lot of very real subjects, but they also have a lot of very entertaining stories in them. There are a lot of names that you'll probably